All right, what's going on, boys? This is how you want to be eating like every single day if you want to actually lose weight and keep it off for the long run, right? This picture on the left is when I was eating whatever I wanted to, the donuts, the chicken, the ground beef, whatever it is that I wanted to every single day. And this picture on the right, guess what? I still eat the foods that I love every single day because I understand this one thing, right? Fat loss needs structure, not starvation mode. Most people don't need a strict, crazy diet. They need a smarter way to eat. So, whoever told you to do keto, whoever told you to do carnivore diet, intermittent fasting, BS. Let's get that out of the way because we want something that we can sustain for the long run. And do you want to be eating meat for the long run? Do you want to be restricting yourself from the foods that you love for the long run? Probably not, right? So I'll be teaching you how to find out your calorie deficit, setting up your macros, and building meals that work, right? So let's start off with finding out your calorie deficit. TDEE stands for total daily energy expenditure. That's just a big way of saying how many calories your body uses in a whole day. Your body uses energy for literally everything. Whenever you breathe, whenever your heart beats, whenever you walk, run, or play, even when you're sleeping, your body is using energy, which is calories, right? Whenever I say energy, just think of it as calories, right? All of that calories uses adds up, right? And that is your total TDEE for the day. So think of it like the amount of fuel your body burns every day to do regular jobs, right? Kind of like how a car uses gas to go from point A to point B, right? So you're probably thinking like, why is TDEE calories even important, right? For losing weight. Let's imagine your body is like a piggy bank, but instead of money, it holds energy, calories. Whenever you eat food, it's like putting energy into the piggy bank. Whenever you move or do your day-to-day task, it's like taking energy out to go and spend it, right? To lose weight, your body needs to, take out more energy than you put in. That's called a calorie deficit, right? Everybody always talks about, go on a calorie deficit, go on a calorie deficit. You might be pissed off whenever you hear that every single day, but it's the damn truth. You need to be within a calorie deficit. If there's one thing that you can take away from this video, it's to be within a calorie deficit. So here's how it works. If you eat the same amount as your TDEE, your weight stays the same. If you eat more than your TDEE, your body stores the extra energy and you gain weight. If you eat less than your TDEE, that's when you lose weight, right? So if you don't know your TDEE, it's kind of like trying to play a game without knowing the rules. So let's just say your body, uses about 2,000 calories to go, day by day. That's your TDEE. If you eat 1,700 calories, that's 300 calories away from your maintenance. So you're gonna lose weight. And if you do that over and over and over again, you'll end up losing fat. But if you eat your calorie maintenance and eat 2,000 calories, your weight will either stay the same or you might just unluckily gain weight. So let me show you guys how you guys can find your TDEE or your calorie maintenance. Go on a tdecalculator.net, put in your gender, age, weight, and height, and please leave the activity level as sedentary, right? You don't need to put your body fat, don't put that there. And you will get your calorie maintenance once you put all of that stats in, right? Once you get your calorie maintenance, just subtract 300 calories to 500 calories from that, and obviously use the MyFitnessPal app to track your foods, right? And when you're tracking your foods on the MyFitnessPal app, there's going to be a cooked section or raw section, right? So cooked chicken breast, that's 150 grams, and raw chicken breast, that's 150 grams. It's going to be two different calories, so make sure to watch, what you're putting in on your MyFitnessPal app. And please track your oil. Track your oil and track your butter. 1 tablespoon of olive oil is 120 calories. So this is exactly how you're going to set up your macros, right? Calories are, the big picture that everybody talks about, but macros on the other end is the engine behind all of your results. Each macro plays a big role in helping you build muscle, burn fat, and feel satisfied. Let's first talk about protein. Okay, I get it. You love hearing about protein, right? So why exactly does protein even matter, right? Protein helps your body do super important jobs like building muscle. Whenever you move, run, jump, or play, your muscles get used. Protein helps repair and grow those muscles so you can get stronger. Whenever you work out and you're not taking protein, no wonder why you're not gaining any muscle, right? And it helps you feel more full whenever you eat, any high protein stuff like chicken breast, protein powder, ground beef, any of these things. Anything that's high protein, it will make you more full, right? Eat a whole big bag of donuts and a whole big bag of chicken breast, you'll feel more full from the whole big bag of chicken breast, right? So, and last but not least, protein will also burn more calories whenever you try to digest it than fat or carbs. And as far as how much protein you should be taking, about zero point 0.8 to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So if you are 160 pounds, eat about 128 to 192 grams of protein per day. So let's talk about fat and how healthy fats work. It gives you energy, gives you, helps out your brain, protects your organs, helps you absorb vitamins like vitamin A, D, and K, and helps you keep you more full and more happy, right? Because at the end of the day, right, if you're only eating protein, only eating carbs, your hormones, all of that is gonna go to shit because you're not focused on eating the healthy fats. So please focus on eating the healthy fats. And as far as how much you should be eating, about zero point 0.3 to zero point 0.5 pounds per pound of body weight. And just, a little key takeaway from this, try to get at least 50 grams minimum of fats, right? And as far as carbs, a lot of people say, carbs make you fat, carbs do not make you fat. You're either eating the wrong carbs or just eating way too much carbs in general. So carbs, everybody says it's the energy driver. It helps fuel your workouts, helps you build muscle, helps protect your muscles, boosts your mood and brain, and will help support recovery, right? Before my workout, I like to have maybe one banana and a little drizzle of honey. Why? Because it's fast digesting carbs. Before you work out, you always want something that's quick and fast digesting so that you can use those carbs and use it as energy when you're working out. And you're probably thinking like, why do I need energy? That's actually such a stupid question. Why don't you need energy, right? You want to use the energy so you can lift more weights. And what happens when you lift more weights? You get stronger. What happens when you get stronger? You put on muscle, right? So eat your carbs, right? And as far as how much you should be taking, focus on your protein first, then your fats, and then fill in the rest of your calories with carbs. So this is exactly how your meals should look like, right? Now that you have all of your numbers, it's time to actually build meals that you can, hit your goals with and still taste good. Because at the end of the day, right, eating the foods that you love every single day, it won't make it's not gonna feel like a diet at all. It's gonna feel like you're eating, right? eating regular food. So here's four different, little recipes that you can make. You could do chicken, jasmine rice, broccoli, and olive oil. Chicken is the protein, jasmine rice is the carbs, broccoli, nice amount of veggies, and olive oil is healthy fats. That's exactly how it looks like. You guys want some? And second one is going to be a turkey bowl with sweet potato and asparagus. I'm not a big fan of asparagus because whenever I pee, it's kind of stinks because of the asparagus. But turkey bowl is always good. And egg scrambled oats and peanut butter. I personally haven't tried this, right? But I heard it was good from a friend of mine. And there's also something called overnight oats. You guys can, definitely try that out if you guys are a busy guy and you're late for work. I know you guys are really always busy, so you guys can make oatmeal or make a little oat cup or whatever, put it in a glass, put it in your refrigerator, and the next day you wake up, open it up, and boom, you have a nice little quick meal. And this is my favorite right here: Greek yogurt, berries, and chia seeds. Right? I'm not, bro. This picture looks like I'm Filipino. It's like the I don't know what's called. I think it's called halo halo or saga. I don't know, but this looks like a Filipino treat. But Greek yogurt, you don't want to just have Greek yogurt, add a scoop of protein powder in it. You have at least 50 plus grams of protein, and it's literally going to fix your sweet treat cravings, right? And if you were to ask me, do I eat this every single day? No, I don't, right? I don't. I actually don't. I'm a simple basic guy. This is just a little, a little thing that you guys can probably, steal from me. But I like to just do basic chicken and rice, like the top one, or beef and eggs and rice. I don't really go any crazy. I don't go really crazy with, the meals and stuff. But these are the little meals that you can take away from. And at the end of the day, flexibility and sorry guys, flexibility and consistency will always beat perfection. You don't need to be perfect. You need to eat on a plan most of the time. So I like to do what's called the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, eat whole foods like, chicken, ground beef, eggs, rice. And 20% of the times, go have some fucking Raisin Canes. Go have some McDonald's, right? Just make sure you're not eating way too much, but go and have fun. Here's a little bit of tips for you busy men out there. Plan your meals out, right? Meal prep your foods on Sunday and meal prep your foods on Thursday, right? Meal prep for the next 3 days, or you can meal prep for the whole week, right? Don't panic off after just one off day, right? Most of the times I'll have days where I eat way too much calories, and you know it's everybody tends to like get pissed off at themselves, like, oh, like, why did I just do that? They end up feeling guilty. But at the end of the day, stop feeling guilty for yourself, because somebody else, maybe in a third world country, would love to have ate what you just ate, right? And I know it's not coping or whatever, but sometimes go and have fun with your girlfriend, go and have fun with your family, eat out at that nice restaurant without having to track your foods, right? And last but not least, focus on the patterns and not perfection. So if you're a busy working man that's looking to lose 20 plus pounds and make a transformation just like this within 3 months or less, book a call with me down below, and looking forward to speak to you guys, man. You guys have a good one.